I never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but Chuck and Blair are more functional than BJ and Magnolia. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Colleen Moore. This is Cmoore-Books. It's been a while since I filmed. I've been dealing with laryngitis for the last 10 days or so. My voice is still a little bit soft. So yeah, but I'm glad to be able to film just even a little bit. So I am doing something fun, and there have been some books that I've been wanting to try, but I'm like not fully ready to commit. So I came up with a way to test the waters, if you will, and decide whether or not I'm going to fully commit. So instead of like buying these books, if I do decide to fully commit, I'm gonna get them from the library. That's usually my go-to for books that I'm unsure about. I get them from the library, and then if I love them, then I buy them. So many of you are probably wondering, with the mass amounts of books that I have, are you sure that's what you do? And a lot of time, most of the time, yeah, that is, unless it's an author that is a tried and true standby author. That is my one, that's the only time usually that I break that. And if I can't get it from the library and I really, really want to read it, those are like the two exceptions. So the books that are on my list are A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes, I have not read that. Yeah, I have read the Throne of Glass series, so I have not read any Sarah J. Maas series books at all. So, the Atlas 6. I have not pulled that trigger. Legends and Lattes. Yeah, have not pulled that trigger. I'm not a huge coffee. Actually, I don't drink coffee at all, and I hate the smell of coffee. So that's where my hesitation for that one has come from. Magnolia Parks. I know there's such a huge following, and that's where my fear has come from with that one. And then really only 5? I guess there was only 5. And the final one is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yeah, I haven't read anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've meant to. I really have. And has that changed anything? No. No, it hasn't. But I am hoping to rectify the situation. So let us use the spinner wheel to pick the first one. I'm so nervous. Alrighty then. We have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. The title got cut off because, well, this little spinner wheel things has a character limit, so I will come back after I finish these sample chapters on from Kindle, from Amazon, and let you know how I feel. Whether or not I'll be continuing on. Hello. So I want to give an update. Yes, I am in emergency room. I am fine. My mom has a kidney stone. So I brought some things to read with me. And so one of the things that I finished reading was the sample of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I have decided to continue reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I actually found a copy of it at this book fair that I went to today, book sale. I think that video will be up before this one is, so I went a little overboard with the amount of books that I got. It was for a good cause though. It was for a great cause. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first few chapters, the sample chapters. Taylor Jenkins Reid writing is really great. Those first few chapters really piqued my interest and kept me one to keep reading. So yeah, definitely gonna keep going on with that one. So now it's time to spin the wheel again. Oh gosh. Here we go. The Atlas 6. I think that's backwards on there. I apologize. I'm filming with my back, like the camera flipped around, so everything's backwards for you. So yeah, the Atlas 6 is the next one, so I'll fill you in soon. I might just have time to read that right now, because, well, my mom just went for a CT. And I don't know how much longer we've been here. We've already been here 2.5 hours, so it's 11:30. Yeah. So I'll let you know how I feel about the Atlas 6. Library of Alexandria. I have my interest has been piqued on this one for a while, so I am excited to finally dive in a little bit. Hello. So I wanted to give an update. I finished the sample of the Atlas 6. And this is one that I will not be continuing on with. I guess you call it a prologue. That was really interesting. That got me hooked. And then I started reading about the characters, and good grief, they are all obnoxious. I think maybe one of them was slightly less obnoxious. I think it was Tristan. He was the least obnoxious out of all of them. But that's not really saying a lot. Yeah, it was bad. And I can't, it's like almost 400 pages. And I have to have at least one redeemable character. And my honest opinion is Tristan's probably be the one to die, because he was the least obnoxious out of all of them. Because only like 5 are gonna make it on, so but if it's really that good, let me know. But like, oh gosh, they're just, especially like the 2, Libby and Nico. Oh my gosh, their section lasted forever. I got that they're in a rivalry together. They hate each other, and yet Nico doesn't really hate her. Yeah, that was just so obnoxious. Oh my gosh. I was like, can we just like get a little less page time for this, and like get really, like, I was like, when are we actually going to talk about the society? Like, get the information. And then literally the last like sentence of the sample was, now we're going to talk about the society. And I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, that's so rude. So yeah, not a very high chance I'm going to continue. I'm going to lean towards but there's probably like a 95% chance I'm not going to continue with this one. But we shall move on to the next one, and let's see what we got. What's gonna be the next one? We have Legends and Lattes. Hopefully this one goes well. I know everyone really likes this cozy fantasy. I know it's about an orc. Was giving up her fighting ways, start a coffee shop or something like that. I don't like coffee or drink coffee. I actually hate the smell of coffee. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll let you know. Hello again. So I finished the sample of Legends and Lattes. It was okay. It was just sort of like your slice of life, just rather chill. Not much happened. So it was kind of boring. I wanted a little more meat in those first little bit to really like hook me, and I didn't really get that. I do technically have the audiobook on hold in my library, so like I might try it, like give it a little more time. Because I do know that it's like shorter. That might be why like there isn't as much like sample, like as many sample pages. So maybe. Not willing to fully commit, but maybe. I'll probably maybe give it like a couple more chapters once the audiobook comes in, and see if I'm willing to give it a full go. So yeah, I got started, like it ends part way through like chapter 3, so that was kind of odd. So most samples, like you finish out a chapter and then it's done. So yeah, but now it is time for the spinner wheel, which only has 2 left: A Court of Thorns and Roses and Magnolia Parks. So this is almost anticlimactic. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Well, alrighty then. The one I've been dreading the most, Magnolia Parks, is gonna be last. It's like it knew. We're gonna make you suffer at the end. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna suffer. I'm just worried because I know that a lot of people really like that one, and A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is ironic that these are the last 2. So, I'll let you know my thoughts once I finish the sample of A Court of Thorns and Roses. And yeah, I do love Throne of Glass. So, it's not like I haven't read anything by Sarah J. Maas. So we shall see. Hello. Wanted to give my next to last update. So I finished the sample chapters of A Court of Thorns and Roses. I want to start with a huge disclaimer. This is my personal opinion. I know there are tons of people that love this book, and this series, but I honestly think that there's a very high, I honestly am not gonna probably continue on with the series or continue reading the book. I really love the Throne of Glass series, but I didn't like the switch from, so Throne of Glass was written in third person perspective, and Court of Thorns and Roses was written in first person perspective. And I really did not like the way that Sarah J. Maas writes in first person perspective. I found very really annoying. I'm sorry. And yeah, like girl knew that wolf was not normal. She knew something was up. She's like, that's probably fake. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill it. Like, we know that those arrows of her, like the ash-tipped arrows, like those can kill Fae. So like, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I did really want to like it. I just really didn't like being inside Feyre's head. Yeah, I just don't think I could read like 300 plus pages inside of her head. Yeah, no. No, I was on the struggle bus with just those, like, the sample was like 5 chapters, and I was losing my focus with it with like 5 chapters, which is not a good sign for me. So, yeah. Sorry again. I really wanted to like it. I went in really hoping that it was gonna come out positive. Because I know that everyone really loves the series. But the writing was just my cup of tea. And if I'm not vibing with the writing style, like, I can't do that to myself again. I might get myself in trouble again with this, but I have slogged through writing that I really did not like, in a series I did not like. The Red Queen series. I know a lot of people love that series. I really liked the first book. But in my personal opinion, it went down uphill after book 1. And I honestly thought it was gonna be a trilogy, and then it was a quartet. That last book took years off my life. And I did try listening to the audiobooks for those, but listening to them was worse than reading it. Sounds so bad. I'm so sorry. All the thoughts are just coming out. So, yeah. I'm so sorry about Thorns and Roses, One Red Queen. Yeah. I really did want to like it, because I really love the Throne of Glass series, like, so much. Like, I've heard, like, rumblings, that, like, all of, like, her series, like, are, because there's hints in Kingdom of Ash that, like, the worlds are, like, all interconnected between, the Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass and Crescent City. I might or might not have watched the Carrie Can Read Crescent City videos, and I know exactly what happens at the end of book 2. So yeah, I didn't just hear rumblings. I know exactly what happened. I love her videos. I love her plot summary videos. So yeah. So I wanted to like it, but I just can't. But final one, Magnolia Parks. I will let you know how I feel. Yeah, we shall see. But I'm not starting it tonight because far too tired. It's after midnight, so yeah, I shall let you know what the verdict is tomorrow. Hello, friends. I'm here with the final update on Magnolia Parks. I wish I had a better update. But I'm not gonna continue with it, guys. I'm so sorry. I just really didn't like it at all. For those that compare it to, I think I saw in like the, oh gosh, like on Goodreads, the synopsis, like they compared to like Gossip Girl. Honestly, like, I never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but, Chuck and Blair are more functional than BJ and Magnolia. Wow. Yeah, they really are. Yeesh kabibble. Who knew that was possible? But yeah. I thought Magnolia was okay as a character. Like the writing style, like reading from her perspective was fine. I wouldn't say I necessarily enjoyed it, but I just could not stand reading from BJ's perspective at all. Does he know any other word but the F-bomb? Does he? Because I feel like he doesn't. The boy needs to learn how to update his vocabulary, read the dictionary, spend some time with other people, read. It'll open up his world and all of the wonderful words that are in the English language besides that one. I am not a huge fan of profanity. I don't like to read books that have a ton of profanity. Like an occasional use of profanity, like I can let it slide, but when like one paragraph, like practically every other word is the F-bomb. No. That was just far too much for me. And just based on his character alone, like the way that he speaks, I don't think that's going to change in the further chapters. So yeah, for that, and just the toxicity of the characters. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, they are the most dysfunctional, far more dysfunctional than any of the relationships I've seen on Gossip Girl. Yeah. Like, Chuck and Blair, when, like, they break up, like, they are actually broken up, like, they don't see each other. They're not with each other, like, sleeping in each other's beds. Like, they're actually, like, apart. Now, Chuck did do some crazy things. Like, he did, get Blair to his uncle for a hotel. But, that was really like, yeah. Though I couldn't even believe he did that. But, yeah. So, yeah, I will not be continuing with Magnolia Parks. But, just want to give a little wrap up of everything. So, start off with the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I will be continuing with that. Then we did the Atlas 6. Definitely not continuing with that. There's absolutely no way in the world I'm continuing on with that. Legends and Lattes, I am going to give that one a try. I wasn't fully like sold, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And then Court of Thorns and Roses. No, I'm sorry, guys. I just really don't like Feyre. And I just don't like the way that Sarah J. Maas writes in first person. It's just not my cup of tea. And then obviously Magnolia Parks. No. So 2 yeses and 3 nos. It could have been worse. I was honestly expecting it to be worse. So that's a positive. Two yeses. Honestly, I was expecting the Atlas 6 to be a yes. I was honestly expecting that to be a yes. But those characters were so insufferable. Yeah. I was so disappointed by that. If everyone wasn't so obnoxious. Yeah, only like one of them. If it had only been, I think Tristan was the only one that I like was okay with like reading from like his perspective. But like everyone else, I was like, no, nope, can't do it. I really can't. So yeah, I know that's like I think it's like 400 pages or more. So I'm like, no. And then there's like the sequel, the Atlas Paradox, and I'm like, definitely can't do that. So yeah, I tried. So not all books are for every reader. So that's why there are so many books out there. So if some of these were your favorite, I'm so sorry. But I really did want to enjoy them. We just didn't gel. So, but I'm so glad that you enjoyed them, because there is a book for every reader. Which is why I love being a librarian. Because there are just so many books out there that like, just because this book doesn't work for someone, you can find a different one. Because there's so many different writing styles, and yeah, it's just the magic of books. So thank you so much for watching, and I just appreciate all of the time that you guys spend watching my videos, and for those who have subscribed, and honestly just for watching. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I have some Mountain Dew here. I'm so tired right now. It's been a long Saturday. So hope that your week has been well. I just want to say, remember who you are and where you live, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.